Growing old is a process which happens naturally. And, no one can prevent or slow it down. But, spending a happy retirement depends entirely on how you view aging and how well you are prepared for the same. The market offers numerous options for you if you are someone exploring your choices in the field. The best option available among them at present is a retirement home. Let's see the facilities to improve social interaction. Loneliness, generally described as a bitter sense of desolation or emptiness at heart, is believed to be the villain leading to numerous health reasons. All those who run retirement homes in India know this fact fully well. It implies that if you decide to be a resident of any of the old age homes in India, this situation would be taken care of. Most of the reputed institutions in the field encourage occasional visits from friends and family. They would also encourage their staying with their parents for a few days. Doing this would make sure that the resident feels valued and important. Now think about providing them the secure life. Lack of safety is regarded as one among the main factors leading to the popularity of retirement homes in India. Crimes against the elderly always remain on the rise. The situation becomes worse if you are fortunate to have a bit of property to take care of all your expenses. This constant threat of being attacked would bid farewell for good if you decide to be an inmate of any of the old age homes in India. All the renowned institutions in the field would be having well-trained security personnel to guard the home 24/7. This, when combined with the stringent screening of visitors in place, makes sure that life remains safe in the old age homes in India. Heavenly Palace, a great option worth considering. All this and numerous other facilities would make Heavenly Palace your favorite choice if you are someone trying to locate a retirement home. It features 70,000 yards building with a senior-friendly design. The 10,000 yards hall and mini auditorium help you stay active all day long. The well-maintained library and 24/7 access to the internet helps you stay updated with the trends in the field of your choice. It also makes sure that the diets offered to the inmates are wholesome and scientific. When combined with regular health checkups and other arrangements for your physical and mental well-being, Heavenly Palace deserves the right to be known as the best among the luxurious retirement homes in India. India has more than 50% of its population below the age of 25 and more than 65% below the age of 35. It is expected that, in 2020, the average age of an Indian will be 29 years, compared to 37 for China and 48 for Japan. There are 728 old age homes in India today. The percentage of elderly people, classified as those above 60 years of age, is expected to go up in India from 8% in 2015 to 19% in 2050. Currently all the states have higher life expectancies at old ages for women than for men. The report also noted that between 2000 and 2050, the population of 80-plus people would have grown 700% with a predominance of widowed and highly dependent very old women, and so the special needs of such oldest old women would need significant focus of policy and programs. The elderly Indian population is one of the fastest growing in the world. At 110 million, India has the second largest global population of aging citizens. By 2050, this number will probably increase to 240 million. However, India lacks the basic infrastructure and expertise to support the health and welfare of the elderly. According to multiple surveys across the country, for most Indian senior citizens, the biggest concerns are healthcare costs, lack of financial support and isolation. Additionally, most of the aged are not accorded the dignity of care they deserve. Lack of physical infrastructure is a major deterrent to providing comfort to the aged. There are few purpose-built care homes or even public ramps available for the less mobile older citizens, like those who need wheelchair access. With increasing longevity and debilitating chronic diseases, many elder citizens will need better access to physical infrastructure in the coming years. This will be both in their own homes and in public spaces, like roads and malls. Very little information and knowledge exists about specific geriatric diseases. Mental health issues are rarely discussed, and the country is ill-prepared to deal with the increasing incidence of dementia, Alzheimer's and depression amongst the elderly. There are few facilities and experts who can manage geriatric health effectively, even in major metros. In addition, there is little public or private financial support for the elderly. Research shows that of the 450 million Indians who are working, not more than 45 million are eligible for pension. Senior health insurance has very low penetration and has extremely poor payout history. Yet, health costs keep rising in old age. Unlike most developed countries, emergency response infrastructure for senior citizens is ill-developed, including the availability of public ambulances for hospitalization. One of the biggest fears for most senior citizens living alone is how to go about accessing an emergency facility if required, especially at night. Rapid socio-economic change, including more nuclear families, is also making elder care management difficult, especially for busy adult children responsible for their older parents' well-being. Managing home care for the elderly is a massive challenge as multiple service providers, who often do not talk to each other, are involved in providing that care. These include nursing agencies, physiotherapists and medical suppliers. Most of these providers are small, unorganized players who extend suboptimal care. Most senior citizens who live alone suffer due to lack of companionship, sometimes exacerbated by a lack of mobility due to ill health. Loneliness and isolation are major concerns among elderly Indians above the age of 60. Isolation can result in gradual depression and other mental disorders in the elderly. Developing a strong bond with older parents and involving them in your life could be beneficial for all. Even if you stay far away or have a busy life, it is possible to be in touch with them more often if you make the effort. You can visit them often during the holidays, encourage your children to call them, help them with a shared hobby, connect with them through Skype, teach them the joys of emailing or occasionally send surprise gifts. Basically anything that shows you care and have been thinking about them. What happens if your favorite grandparent develops dementia? How do you provide effective home care and deal with their hallucinations and delusions? Though dementia develops from irreversible causes, it is possible to help them function well for as long as possible. But in India, there is little organized support to actively manage these conditions. Ideally, professionals should be involved with the family to develop a daily routine, encourage independence and provide different therapies, cognitive stimulation, behavioral therapy, music therapy, etc. Trained care workers should be engaged to provide companionship and help with daily activities, bathing, eating, dressing and exercising. Care workers are also important to help create a safe home environment to help them sleep well and keep them out of harm's way. Another common problem in old age is bedwetting or incontinence. Women generally suffer from incontinence due to weaker pelvic muscles while men tend to develop it due to enlarged prostate glands. Incontinence is embarrassing for seniors and may be tough for helpers to tackle. But it is important to talk about incontinence and understand its causes. Stress incontinence is caused by laughter, bending or sneezing. Urge incontinence is caused by sudden bladder contractions while functional incontinence is caused by conditions like dementia, when they forget to go to the bathroom. But whatever the cause, it is possible to tackle incontinence proactively. Whether it be strengthening of pelvic muscles through Kegel exercises, helping seniors eat and drink the right kinds of foods and drinks or creating charts of leaking times so that they can be encouraged to visit restrooms more frequently, professional care can help you manage the condition. Use of adult diapers and medication are other solutions to tackle incontinence. Migration of younger working-age persons from rural areas can have both positive and negative impacts on the elderly, the report said, adding that while living alone or with only the spouse is usually discussed in terms of social isolation, poverty and distress, it was also a fact that older people prefer to live in their own homes and community. However, it said, new technologies are helping the rural elderly stay in touch with